Over the past few decades, wearing see-through dresses during public appearances has become more and more popular. From Madonna to Gwyneth Paltrow, join Facts First as we explore how celebrities who wore see-through dresses had nothing to hide. Madonna. Madonna has always been known for pushing boundaries when it comes to how much of herself she shows to her fans. This includes when the star makes public appearances, and one of the most notoriously naked public appearances she's made was at the 2016 Met Gala. The dress didn't leave much to the imagination, but most fans had already seen everything there was to see of the celebrity years prior. In 1992, Madonna released a coffee table book called Sex that featured many nude pictures of her. This book showed Madonna bearing it all, and it came at a time when she was a good deal more desirable than she was in 2016. Still, she's aged fairly gracefully. Some of her other controversies include her tumultuous relationship with Sean Penn in the 80s. She was head over heels in love with him and even dedicated her second album to him. But during the relationship, there was one infamous incident where Madonna claimed Sean tied her to a chair and threatened to cut off her hair. Kim Kardashian. Kim Kardashian is another figure on this list that bore all to the public long before appearing in this risque outfit. Kim's exposure came via a leaked sex tape that featured intimate relations between her and her then-love Ray J. Some say it was this sex tape that made Kim a star, though the celebrity has done her best to make a slightly more respectable name for herself in the years since coming into the spotlight. Still, that doesn't stop her from appearing almost naked in public. Kardashian has been in the news recently due to her ex-husband Kanye West. The two share children, and it seems that Kanye isn't all that comfortable with some of Kim's risque behavior that she exhibits in front of the children. Of course, the rapper has his own host of problems and is no stranger to ridiculous fashion choices. Elizabeth Hurley. Elizabeth Hurley is an actress who's never been afraid to exude her sexuality on screen, which she's done in classic films such as Bedazzled and Austin Powers' International Man of Mystery. Pryor saw Elizabeth playing a decidedly seductive devil, while the latter saw her playing the beautiful and butt-kicking love interest of Mike Myers. Both films took full advantage of her sex appeal, and she's always been similarly alluring when it comes time for her to make a public appearance. During the height of her fame, she formed a celebrity couple with Hugh Grant. This picture shows the two of them together, though Elizabeth seems much more interested in making love to the camera than she does to her partner. Regardless of whatever domestic turmoil may have been going on at home, it's unquestionable that she looks great in this revealing dress. Elizabeth is still around and still looks nearly as great as ever at age 60. Rihanna. Rihanna is another celebrity figure who has shown she isn't afraid to bare it all to the public. She made a name for herself with her upfront sexuality well over a decade ago and has only continued to up the ante when it comes to how far she's willing to push the boundaries. One of the more memorable moments of Rihanna's exhibitionist career came in June of 2014, when the singer wore a dress that allowed those in attendance to see everything. Her dress was completely see-through, and it certainly turned heads. She's still making risque public appearances, though the fact that she recently gave birth has slowed her down a little. Rihanna continues to be one of the sexiest women alive at age 34, and she likely has many more years of bearing it all ahead of her. Kate Moss. Before such things became commonplace, Kate Moss shocked the world by wearing a see-through dress in 1993. The appearance occurred in September, and everyone was talking about the famous model's risque outfit. Though plenty of stars have continued to push the envelope as far as what kinds of outfits are acceptable in a public forum, Kate Moss will always retain a place in history, given that she was one of the first to do it publicly. Lil Kim. Lil Kim is another popular musician who was a pioneer in the field of being frank about sex. She broke out on the scene in the 1990s and rose to popularity thanks to her association with the late Biggie Smalls. The female rapper got her stage name on account of her being incredibly short, with her height being 4'11". Her sex appeal was a big part of what made her a hit with crowds initially, and she's continued to play into her sexy demeanor. She's been considered an influence on more recent female rappers who have continued the trend of revealing their bodies in their videos and talking about sex in their lyrics, such as Nicki Minaj and Cardi B. This picture shows Lil Kim in an odd purple dress that certainly doesn't leave much to the crowd's imagination, which is likely how she wanted it. Beyonce. Beyonce has always tried to paint herself as a more classy artist, but the singer certainly has bared a great deal of her body over the course of her career, just by happenstance. This picture was taken in May of 2015 and shows Beyonce wearing a dress that few other stars could pull off without looking trashy. The singer has since tried to become more family-friendly with her work in the recent remake of The Lion King, and she probably wants to put this public appearance behind her. Still, fans who want to get a peek of what Beyoncé's hiding will always have these pictures to turn back to if they so choose. Miley Cyrus. If Beyoncé is a musician who started out mildly risque and has tried to make herself seem more family-friendly, Miley Cyrus represents someone with the opposite problem. She started out as a child star working with Disney, having been pushed into show business at the behest of her father. Her father is Billy Ray Cyrus, who became a one-hit wonder thanks to the song Achy Breaky Heart. Miley achieved fame playing the titular character on the Disney series Hannah Montana. When she came of age and the show ended, she found herself in a similar position to many grown-up child stars before her. Not wanting to fall by the wayside and be pigeonholed as a kid forever, Miley went about trying to act as adult as possible. This picture represents the kind of thing it was common to see Miley wearing after she first entered adulthood. Billy Ray Cyrus has since expressed his regret about getting his daughter into show business, but Miley's an adult now and she can make her own decisions. Rose McGowan. Rose McGowan rose to fame in the 90s thanks largely to her appearance in the hit TV show Charmed. For a while, she was involved with rock star Marilyn Manson. This picture shows Rose at the 1998 MTV Video Music Awards, which the aforementioned rock star accompanied her to. Though Marilyn was the one better known for making public spectacles at the time, Rose's outfit was certainly a good deal more freaky than his was that night. Rose is now an outspoken advocate for women's rights in Hollywood, and it's doubtful that she would be interested currently in this kind of objectification. She played a large part in the Me Too movement, which ended up having some severely negative effects to Marilyn Manson. Besides wearing this see-through dress, Rose also likely regrets any of the time she spent with the rock star, who is now being sued by multiple women with claims of abuse. Gwyneth Paltrow. Early in her career, Gwyneth could be seen as a wholesome alternative to the other female stars that were more upfront about sexuality. But in recent years, Gwyneth has slowly grown from being the lovable girl next door to a figure often made fun of for being out of touch. Many people have ridiculed Gwyneth for her beliefs regarding alternative medicine, as the actress has her own company that sells things like psychic vampire repellent and vaginal eggs. Those are stones with supposed healing properties that women are meant to insert in their private parts. Now it's time to hear from you. Which of these photos was most surprising to see? Let us know in the comments section below. And before you go, make sure you give this video a like and subscribe to Factsverse if you haven't already. Click the bell icon to stay updated on all our latest content.